Hi, Alistair Davies here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're first-time viewers, please subscribe. I hope you'll find it useful and it'll start to lower your scores. Today's video is a request from Miriam and it's all about the uphill lie. So I'm going to share with you two different ways of approaching this uphill lie depending on the club you're using and depending on what you're trying to do with the golf ball. So let's get to it. So, we're on a par 5 here. I found myself on a little upslope here. This isn't my actual drive. This is a situation I've created to try and do this video. But what I'm trying to get you to understand from this video is there's two different ways of tackling this slope. We either kind of go with the slope or we fight the slope. Going with the slope, we're going to have more curvature on the ball. Fighting the slope, we're going to have less curvature on the ball. So for me, if we have a longer club in our hand, like a rescue club like this, then I'd want you pretty much to go with the slope for most golfers. Some very elite players might still fight the slope a little bit, but you might find the launch of the shot is much lower because you're fighting the slope. So sometimes going with the slope and letting the club follow the slope and hitting the high kind of right to left curvature shot in this case is often better, more predictable. So what the slope is going to do, basically, the slope is going to add loft to the club, so it's going to make the club go higher. It's going to make the ball turn right to left. Now the reason it does that is because when we try and transfer our weight up the slope, it's very difficult to do that indeed. So what happens is the forearms become more dominant and they basically close that club face down through impact. So we get this kind of release of the hands through impact, which we can't control. So this makes the ball go higher, but with that hook flight. So because the ball's going higher, we might well find with a severe slope, the ball doesn't go as far. With a very slight slope, the draw might well decrease the loft of the club and make the ball go a tiny bit further with the hard bounce and the right to left curvature. So we have to read the slope from the point of view of distance and everything. In this case, this is probably going to make the ball go slightly shorter because it is quite a little bit of a slope. And because I'm going to go with the slope with the rescue club initially, I'm going to aim right to allow it to curve back on target. So the amount I'd aim right is a little bit of a judgment call, an experience call, but I would say especially on this hole we don't want to go left, okay? So I'm going to aim, let's say 20 to 30 yards right of the flag and certainly about 10 yards right of the green, and hopefully that curvature will be about right to get back onto target. The other things I'm going to do when I go with the slope is encourage the ball to be slightly further forward, and I'll possibly make sure my weight is a fraction towards my trail foot. Just a fraction. I'm not going to change it massively. I'm going to just play it, say 55%. Then when I swing, I'm just going to try and feel I'm going up the slope, and with the slope, I'm not going to try and overly get onto my lead foot. I'm just going to allow myself to stay quite centered and let the forearms overtake. Let's have a go at that shot. So aim off to the right with everything. Get myself comfortable, ball slightly more forward in the stance. I'll try and make a swing and stay nice and centered. And there we go, the ball started a little bit further right than when I was aiming, and the ball hooked back pretty much onto the green in terms of line. I think it's just short of the green, but again, I haven't picked this club to get to the green. I've just picked this club to show you an example of a longer club from this scenario. So, option 2. Now option 2 is fighting the slope. Now this is why I encourage a lot of better players to do, because it tends to control the curvature a lot more. We tend to reduce the amount the ball wants to hook, but it is more skillful shot to play. So basically I've got an iron shot here and I've got a 6-iron, and I'm going to now do kind of the opposite. I'm going to move the ball further back into the stance. I'm going to lean my weight to the front foot, the lead foot, and when I hit it, I'm going to kind of punch into the slope. There won't be as much of a fall through. And in order to stop the ball curving and this over release happening, I'm going to try and feel I really hold the left hand firm. I try and feel almost like I hold the club off through the ball in this kind of terms, and really try and feel I'm rotating. I'm trying to get the weight into the lead side as much as I can. So I'm going to aim still right, but nowhere near as much. So more or less at that bunk, if you can see on camera. Ball back in the stance, weight forward, and then hold it off through impact. And there you are, a good example there. The ball had hardly any curve in it at all. One thing to note, because of the style of the shot I was playing, the ball did go a little bit shorter in distance than it would do normally for a 6-iron. So we might well have to take 1 or 2 clubs more, we are curtailing that fall through, so we're losing a bit of our energy that we produce into the golf ball that we would normally have. So 2 options there. Go with the slope, allow the ball to launch high. It's particularly good with fairway woods or hybrids in this scenario. Fight the slope with your short irons is kind of a good thing. We get to control the trajectory a little bit better and control the curvature a little bit better. So it means we are in control more. But 2 options for you and the reasons why you choose each option for an uphill lie. Hope that's helped. So if you have enjoyed this video, please click like. And also, if you possibly can, please share the video. Really appreciate if you could do that. Also, if you haven't subscribed, see my logo in the corner here, click it, come and join me on my journey. Hopefully we can lower your scores and improve your golf. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again here soon.